What up, though? It's your man Lewis Automatic checking in right now. And today we're going to break down to you why your attitude determines your latitude. Now, I'm sure you heard this growing up, and somebody probably told you this in reference to your mind state and how you should think going into any type of situation. Now, if you have a positive attitude, it's going to give you a positive result. You know what I'm saying? You think high, you aim high, you'll go high. But today, I'm going to break down how this is not only true in your mental and your mind state, but this is also true mathematically. Right, that's right. It's true mathematically. Now, how I got to this was kind of random, but I feel like this is a good breakdown. So why does your attitude determine your latitude? It all started with a specific video. I was studying investing, you study the greats like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and they give you some good information. Now, as I was studying investing and Warren Buffett, I came across this video here. Check it out.
You don't need to be a genius in what I do. That's the good thing about it. If I went into physics or a whole lot of other subjects, I'd be an also-ran. But I am in a game that you don't need. You probably need 120 points of IQ, but 170 doesn't do any better than 120. It may do worse, probably do worse, but you don't really need brains.
What do you need?
You need the right orientation. But 90% of the people that buy stocks don't think of them the right way. They think about something that they hope goes up next week. And they think about the market as something they hope goes up. And if it's down, they feel worse. I feel better. And I hope it goes down when I buy it because I'll buy more.
Now, I don't know about you, but when I heard him describe orientation, a few things came to mind. Particularly, I'm like, orientation sounds a lot like attitude. It's about how you think about it. It's about how you perceive this market. It's about your attitude. It doesn't matter if the market's going up and down. His attitude is, I'm going to win regardless. If it goes up, great. That means I'm making money. If it goes down, even better. That means it's going for cheap. I can buy it for cheap. And when it goes back up, which all markets eventually do go up, he's going to make money. So then I had to dig a little deeper, you know what I'm saying? So I had to get to the overall definitions of what orientation is. So let's check it out. All right, so the first definition, there's a few definitions. So the first one I found that says orientation, the act or process of orientating or the state of being orientated. The position or positioning with relation to the points of a compass or other specific directions. Number 2, the state of being orientated. And 3, my personal favorite, orientation is where you're facing. So let's get this straight. It says so Warren Buffett related your orientation to, you have the wrong orientation towards the market. And right here, mathematically, it says the orientation is where you're facing. So literally, how you're looking at something determines the attitude. How you're looking at the market determines your orientation towards the market, meaning how you will feel about the market. So if you have a positive attitude towards the market, whether it's up or down, you will see success because you have a positive attitude towards it. You have a positive orientation. Now let's juxtapose that with sports or anything. Or I use sports because I feel like that's the best analogy for life. But I mean, you can relate that to all sorts of facets of life, whether it's education, medicine, investing, just going to school. And you might, for example, you might fail a test, but you don't fail the class, because if you have the proper orientation, you can use that failure as feedback. You don't see it as a permanent failure. You see it as a temporary failure going towards a permanent goal of success. That's how you have the proper orientation or attitude. Now let's go to the definition of attitude as it relates to orientation. All right, so here we are again. The attitude of a rigid body is its orientation. Go to the next slide. How did attitude come to mean orientation in travel? And here it's clear that in geometry, mathematically, the orientation / attitude of a coordinate literally determines the latitude of said point. You can see how based on the positioning or the orientation of said coordinate, it's going to go in this direction, and that direction. Literally where you're facing will determine where you go. I know it sounds extra simple, but when you break it down mathematically, all these things correlate. And if you don't believe me, listen to the GOAT.
Did you have any idea that it could be like this?
No.
No.
By no means. And if that was the case, if it was something that I probably was chasing, I would have never gotten it.
You've never gotten it. Because, you know, a lot of kids think they're going to be like you.
That's the whole point. If you chase something, then sometimes you never get it. If you put forth the work and all the attitude, next thing you know, it's bestowed upon you.
Whoa. That's terrific.
Man, I've been meaning to make this video for a long time. I wanted to expound on these thoughts. I feel like this video essay form is something that I've been a big fan of, and it's something I'm probably definitely dive deeper into. I know I've done the movie reviews, I've let my thoughts out, but I'm about to really focus more in on analyzing and doing deep dives into things and breaking them down on a philosophical level. So I know this is my first go around, but you know what I'm saying, stick with me, it's more to come.